What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shimer Fantasy Battle Reports. Got another battle report for you today. It's the U.S. Masters. Round number one. Guys, what is going on? It's your boy James here. I got invited to the U.S. Masters. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even think I was going. I haven't been playing. The year 2022, I started replaying the game after a long hiatus due to the pandemic. This game, especially the ETC version, where you're focused on tournaments, it wears down on you. You know what I mean? And somebody like me, I'm explaining this because there's not many of you out there who are doing YouTube content, but I mean, you can look up my channel. I have the most videos of any YouTuber for Ninth Age out there. Period. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I have a full time job. This is not it. I barely get any income from freaking YouTube. I might get like a check for like $100 once a year. I'm like, yes, $100. Let me claim this to my taxes. Anyways, so point is that I get burnt out. I get burnt out, and after the ETC, after COVID hit, after it was actually the North American Team Championships in December 2019, I just stopped playing, and I just put it down. I was sick, and COVID happened, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to even focus on this. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, yada yada yada. You guys know all that story already. All right. So in 2022, I started playing again. I pulled out the dice. I pulled out the miniatures. I'm dusting off the models, and what ended up happening was the first tournament I went to in the United States was Buckeye Battles. I placed really high in Buckeye Battles, but I think it was just kind of dumb luck kind of a deal. I think there's other people who were just kind of coming out of the game, and there really wasn't that many people. I've been to Buckeye Battles. I've won Buckeye Battles when it was like 100 men in the tournament. Right now, there's probably like close to 30. So it's been it's like it's a shift. It's a shift in trying to create lists. When you have 100-man tournaments and when you have tournaments like every other month or every month or so, your list building becomes vastly different. Vastly different. You start to, okay, I gotta counter this. Oh, I gotta, there's people who bring this, whatever, and you start to think of different scenarios, and it becomes a lot more hardening for your character. Okay. So I got in the Buckeye Battles. Did okay. Okay, I go ahead and I went to I went to ETC in Italy, busted my shit. You know, went to Canada, and I was going to Canada for a very specific reason. My friend John Oakes convinced me this is how I'm going to get a U.S. Masters invite. I did 3 rounds at Canada before I got the phone call that my father's dying. So now I have the understanding that I am just not invited to the U.S. Masters. I'm just not invited. Okay? And I've accepted that. So I stopped playing. I put my stuff down. I don't even really bother picking up the miniatures. I'm like, you know what? Let me just recharge and focus on ETC next year. Right? So I get an invite. I get a email from Jeff Parkhurst and Skaven and AZ saying, hey, you're invited to Masters. And I'm like, really? Me? I didn't even fucking think I definitely don't think I qualify. And they were like, no, based on points, you're next up. I said, all right, I'm going to go. I said, fuck it. I told people for a while, they're like, you're going to the U.S. Masters? I said, no. They're like, well, you could get in by doing Desperado. I was like, shit, man. If I'm going to go, I'm only going to go if I get an invite. And then I got the invite, and I'm like, motherfucker. I guess I'm going. All right. So I busted out a list. I was playing this list in Canada, and when I went to Canada, I actually felt a lot more prepared. I felt a lot like I was getting the itch back, and the itch allowed me to practice. Okay, so I did not have that itch. I came in and I was like, oh shit. What did I bring on my list? Why did I bring this? I don't know. Anyways, here's a picture of my list. Okay. And I have my general on the Wyvern. I got, let me see, actually see my own myself. I got my general on the Wyvern. I got Koopa. I got my Pyromancer Baxter. I got my BSB. I got my. I took 25 Savages instead of 28, which okay, whatever. I guess it just kind of gets me to min core. And I got Goblins with bows. I got 6 Bridge Trolls. The Great Green Idol. Ruckus. Everybody loves Ruckus. Everybody loves Ruckus. I haven't met anybody who's like, oh, I don't like that Ruckus in your list, man. Everybody loves Ruckus. Got the K pack. I got my Goblin Wolf Riders. My first round opponent is Iric. Now I was supposed to play Iric in Canada. Iric is from Canada, and it didn't happen. So when I go ahead and I play him in my first round, I am being dead serious. I look at his list and I was like, it's Wood Elves, and I just scoffed at it. I scoffed. Whatever, it's Wood Elves, right? What I did not expect was the Wood Elf player behind it to be a very talented player, and that's what this game is about. This game is about that talented player of Iric. All right, so let's go over what he has here. This is his list. I'll show you that real quick. Now he has one major thing that some of you might notice, some of you might not even notice as I posted it up right now. But I'm gonna tell you anyways. He has no BSB. Not a single BSB. And I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. So I already thought I was going to capitalize on that. Let's see how I could do with this, right? He goes ahead and he has Awaken the Beast, Stars Align, Break the Spirit, Fate's Judgment, Master of Earth, and Tree Singing, Fountain of Youth, Forced Embrace, and Guiding Light. Those are attributes, though. Those are his spells for his shamanism, his druidism, and his divination. We're going ahead and playing Dawn Assault, so I don't have the left side. He doesn't have the right side from my perspective. My spell, I did get Breath of Corruption on Koopa, and I have to make this bigger because I cannot see. All right. And I'm pretty sure I just took like Enveloping Embers, Pyroflow, Fireball, and Scorching Salvo. I only took Magic Missiles. I'm not really expecting to get into combat with him. Let's just be honest. Elves are faster than me. He has a big brick of Rangers, Dryads, and they're just going to swing before me, kill a bunch of shit before me. So really what I'm trying to do is I'm going to use Crom and the Trolls, excuse me, to work on getting the killing what needs to be in combat, but besides that, just kind of keep him back and shoot him with all my shooting. What I did here, and we're playing Breakthrough, okay? I put my Savages on the flank there, not just expecting to not be frenzy baited with Ruckus in front, okay? Um, Again, like I said, coming back from Total Rust, coming back from like I just started, this list takes a little bit of finesse. Savages out there, I don't fucking know what I was doing. I'm looking at this picture like, what the fuck was I doing? I know I'm trying not to get frenzy baited here, you know what I mean? But at the same token, it's Breakthrough. Why are my Savages there? I don't know. But did I just run out of room? Maybe that was it. Maybe I ran out of room. But what I'm going to do with the Goblins is at least shoot the shit out of whatever wants to come up the middle. Don't really care. That basically that whole middle square there between the rock, the tower, the forest, and the hill, or the fields, that's a death square. That whole square right there, X. Anybody who goes in there is gonna die. Anybody who goes in there is gonna die. So I'm gonna just shoot shit. I'm hoping that I don't have to get in combat, right? And let's see how that goes. Now he does have that unit on the left. I think they are scoring. They're the let me go back a page here. Let's see. He is 6 Heath Riders with a Muso and Champ. So yeah, they are scoring. They could just kind of run into the objective pretty fast. I didn't leave any shooting on the left side like a dumbass. That's my own fault. Now, the other thing that like a dumbass I did was I didn't realize that he had scouts. So he's going to go ahead and scout out his fucking 2 units over here, Pathfinders. And these motherfuckers are fucking dangerous. Let's start off turn 1. Sylvan Elves turn 1. Does he get turn 1? Yeah, he does get turn 1. So, for the record, I go ahead and I vanguarded my dogs up to the right here. Let me just show you this picture here. He's moving his Pathfinders up to my left. He's just staying out of range of Ruckus, staying out of range of the K-Pack, and he's going to just shoot Ruckus to shit. He has 5 Sentinels hiding behind the tower. You can see him up by that eagle. He's going to shoot the shit out of Ruckus. And it is what it is. Ruckus is going to die. Alright, This is elven shooting with poison that we're talking about here. Jesus Christ. They did, for the record, and this has nothing to do with Iric. This has everything to do with the fact that they took away a poison banner on goblins. A poison banner because they said poison is too powerful. But these motherfuckers have a 2+ to hit on shooting with +1 to uh or -1 armor AP. You know, like, you worried about me shooting shit with poison or having fucking poison attacks. These motherfuckers have fucking a bajillion shots over here with poison just as a fucking, let's see, a 175 point unit. 175 point unit that's shooting me with poison. I'm playing the wrong fucking army. Jesus Christ. Anyways, um, he doesn't go for the square. He sees the death trap in the square. He doesn't go. He's going to go ahead and move his Briar Maidens to the right. He has his Heath Riders on the left. He's going to say, come to me and deal with it. Okay? Magic, he gets a 2 on the magic phase, gets 5. Dice, he goes ahead and he does Stars Align out here, giving these guys rerolls to hit on their fucking poison shooting. They start shooting into Ruckus. Suck, 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 suck. 6 wounds. Now, this is after all the shooting. All the shooting shot him. It got to 6 wounds. That leaves him alive. He doesn't have enough archers in the archer unit to shoot into Ruckus, so he decides to shoot into the K-Pack, try to hope to cause a panic. He does 3 wounds, but they pass their panic check. It's going to go to turn 1. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. I just immediately go for the Wog! I go for the Wog, right? Now, he left me like a 20 or 21 on the chariot charge to the Pathfinders, but I figured if I charge into them, hit them, I could get the Heath Riders, they're done. That whole unit's done over there. And he just has flee. Fuck! Alright, I can't do anything about it. I try to redirect, I think I even failed the redirect. So I'm like, whatever. I don't charge Ruckus because any standing shoots are just going to kill Ruckus. I was hoping for maybe a terror check, but I think his 1 unit is out of terror check range. So I just walked this way with Ruckus. I'm like, you know what? Ruckus is going to die, but at least Ruckus is going to not cause a panic check. That was my goal here. Don't panic check the chariots, bro. Just die in peace over there, buddy. Like, I gotta put you down behind the building. Now, over on the right side, Cooper runs around the right flank. The trolls move up. It's a little dangerous to stay in the forest, but right now the trolls are not in danger of getting charged. But Crom moves up. All right, and part of the reason why Crom moves up is I'm chaffing him with my dogs. Okay, not too worried about chaffing him with my dogs. I actually want his Heath Riders, since he has no BSB. Are they Heath Riders? I'm sorry, they are Wild Huntsmen. I want his Wild Huntsmen, since they have no BSB and since they're frenzied, to fail the frenzy check and come to the dogs, and I can have an easy charge with my trolls next round to kill his Wild Huntsman. Alright? In the meantime, I'm going to shoot the shit out of his Wild Huntsman because I don't want to deal with 9 of them. Okay? Try to remember why I put Crom up here. I think I put Crom up here to threaten him, but at the same token, force him to move, more or less. Like, obviously, the Square of Death doesn't apply to Crom. When you're tough 8, except when he has, like 30 shots of poison over there. Anyways, Magic, go ahead and I get a Pyro Flow over here into the Huntsman. I end up doing 2 wounds. Go ahead and I get Breath of Corruption off on Koopa, and Koopa ends up killing off. It looks like he had 9, now he has 4, he had -2, so he had 7, so I killed 3. 3 with a Breath of Corruption, not bad, not great, but not bad. Alright. These dogs do have shooting, and they end up shooting off 1 more of them, but that's great. I'm starting his Wild Huntsman off where they're just going to die. Going to go shoot my BSB's unit. Now, the BSB's unit's a little too far back to hit the Huntsman, so they basically start picking at Dryads, doing 2 wounds. It's a decent start, turn 1. Decent start, turn 1. Let's go into turn 2. Sylvan Elves. Sylvan Elves turn 2. He fails his frenzy check. He's going to charge in. Good, great. Bring him in here. He has nothing really to chaff me. This is great fucking news, right? He does charge with the Dryads here, which I found kind of odd. Like, Now, thinking back about this, just thinking back about this game, looking at this game, this is all retrospective, of course. Of course, hindsight year 2020, right? I could have fled from the Dryads, run through the rock. I'm going to take dangerous terrains. But now his huntsmen are stuck in the charge regardless. I guess his Dryads would just redirect into... I think I was chaffing his Dryads from getting into Crom was the deal. And that's a lot of attacks. A lot of attacks will hurt Crom. Maybe that was it. Because it looks like I'm giving Crom him a flank to Crom. But anyways, I digress. Um, he gets in with both, of course. I don't flee. He chaffs Crom with a shaman on an eagle. Okay. He puts his general, which is that other eagle bastard right there, fucking Eagle Man. It must be Eagle Man. Um, out of line of sight of Warboss Dread. Warboss Dread is my Wyvern Lord, by the way. All right, and then his Briar Maidens are going to shoot into Crom with poison shooting, poison javelins. Okay, more poison javelins. How much is this unit? For the record, it's 447 points, but he does have 9 of them and a banner of discipline. Okay, he's not scared of my goblins. I've contemplated charging my goblins into his lord just to hold him there for a turn or two, and he's walking around my savages. This is the number one reason, okay? And this is my own dumbass fault. This is my own dumbass fault, okay? I just played Fergus in the last game that you saw. In that game, I walk around Fergus. This is what I get for walking around Fergus. This motherfucker's walking around my savages. Literally, a fucking unit that is a brick should not be on the flank. Just should not be on the flank because it cannot have lateral movement. It just doesn't have lateral movement and will constantly be walked around by something that does have lateral movement or fast movement like these fucking Heath Riders. Alright. He does rally the guys who ran from Ruckus, and like I said, Ruckus is probably going to die. Alright. And you can see all my beautiful rulers that tell me what 18-inch range is, and 15-inch range is, and 12-inch range from movementtray.com. Just saying. These are my new movement trays, by the way, from movementtray.com, as you can see as well. But I still have to paint them. I did promise him I would paint them, and I will. Just right now is not the time. Alright, Magic got a 4 on the Flux. Go ahead, and he gets Master of Earth onto Ruckus. I just accept my fate. Ruckus is gonna die. These guys shoot into my K-Pack. They end up killing off one K-Pack. Actually, I think I passed the armor check here, or he just missed here into my K-Pack, so basically nothing really happened. But then this unit here shot into him, causing me to panic and run off the table. I do not rally. I don't believe I do rally. Over here, he shoots into Crom. He does 4 wounds onto Crom. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's the point of taking a T8 monster when he gets shot like this? Why, Lord? Why? The Briar Maidens shoot. They end up doing 1 more wound onto him. He has a total of 1 wound remaining. I don't know what this jabroni's doing. I took a picture of this jabroni, and I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, what was he doing? He is just standing there. I don't know why I took this picture. It was like 5 months ago when I was in Detroit. I don't even know. Oh shit, he shot my K-Pack. There you go. Shot my K-Pack, kill 1 more. Just for the hell of it. Just for shits and giggles. It's going to start off turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. Now you can see, my dogs are dead. Right? His unit of what's-his-faces are frenzied. They can't flee from that charge from the trolls. I'm going to charge those trolls right into that guy. Until there's 3 guys. I'm going to kill the huntsmen, which are the biggest issue, and reform to face the dryads and deal with the dryads. Or I could even chaff the dryads with Crom's 1 wound remaining and just take out the fucking huntsman, right? This all sounds like great strategies. Let these trolls do some work. Let the trolls do some work, right? Until they fail fucking stupidity. They fail stupidity, and they fucking stumble forward like fucking assholes. Like motherfucking assholes. Fuck those fucking trolls. God damn. You know what? I heard, again, it's a rumor. I don't know how these rumors come out, though. I heard that the trolls are losing stupidity, but they're also losing a lot of other shit that they used to have. I think this was a comment. I don't know what this fucking thing was. It wasn't hold the center. I don't know what this is. Did he even have a comment? I don't know what this thing is. Why is this thing here? Alright, again, this is what happens when you take pictures like 4 months ago. Anyways, he doesn't have comments. What is this thing? I don't fucking know. Anyways, oh. I'm going back here. I did move. I know what it is. I did move Crom to chaff the Dryad. Since the troll stumbled forward, I moved Crom in the way because I cannot accept the charge from into my goblins from dryads or the huntsman, right? And I still have to frenzy check him. I move Koopa around the flank, and I don't have a picture of it till later. But what this thing is I shot the shit out of his shaman. His shaman had, I think, maybe a 6-up armor or 5-up armor, so I just shot the shit out of him. He's dead. That is what this picture is. And as you can see, Koopa came around like, wow, I'm a Koopa spider, right? It's going to start off turn 3. Sylvan Elves. Sylvan Elves turn 3, he charges into the trolls anyways. Obviously, he doesn't really give a flying fuck. Now, the problem with the charge is now he's strength 5 on the charge, and he gets a shit ton of attacks, right? If I charged him, it would have been a lot easier. I think he's only like strength 3 or something like that. Anyways, he's going to charge into Crom with the Dryads. Now, his goal here was to overrun into the trolls with both. He unfortunately does not fit. Alright. So his huntsman actually blocked the overrun charge, which is fine. All right. His general flies back here. My K-Pack did rally actually. Holy shit. But now my savages are in a fucking horrible spot. They are just going to literally be getting hit to shit by whatever. If I charge his pathfinders, which they will flee, okay. And he's also frenzy baiting my savages at this point. I'm going to stumble forward and get flanked charged by rangers, heath riders, and flanked by his general. I left my savages out there with nothing to back them up. Nothing. K-Pack, but K-Pack's dead. This is horrible. This is all going bad. But I still have a chance. I still have my BSB and my shooting. Alright. Magic gets a 5 in the flux, goes ahead and he gets Forced Embrace over here onto the Briar Maidens. He goes ahead and does Stars Align over on this unit, and I say go ahead because these archers are going to shoot it to Koopa, but the funny part was he didn't realize that 3D terrain, or that flat terrain right to the right of the screen right here is actually a hill. So I'm like, you're not really seeing Koopa. Alright. Doesn't really matter. He shoots me with his fucking Briar Maidens and half the archers I could see, and he ends up putting up fucking 6 wounds in shooting. What the flying fuck is this bullshit? Bullshit, I'm telling you. Over here, he shoots into my K-Pack, kills the K-Pack, doesn't cause panic. Over here, he realizes he couldn't overrun into the unit. So what he does instead is he will try to fight with the Huntsmen do a couple wounds. I think they end up killing off one of my trolls. They do. My trolls end up killing off the unit, and I make a one-line conga line here. Okay, I figure if he's gonna overrun into me, I might as well have more stomps. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so he overruns in here like so. My general's here for the counter charge, and let's go ahead and start off turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. I do fail my frenzy. My savages do charge the pathfinders. He flees just like we thought. That horrible, right? What I tried to do here is now that his big charge is actually the flank of the rangers going into my, or the rangers going into the flank of my savages, is let's make that less enticing. Let's shoot the shit out of the rangers and pyro them. So you can see all my goblins will continue just to shoot his rangers. I am going to shoot the living fuck out of his rangers and be like that. My general does charge into the Dryad combat to go ahead and do that fight with them. And let's see how that goes. I left my BSB. I want to say I put my BSB close enough to give 12 inches to my general, but it looks like maybe I didn't. I don't fucking know. That could just be an oversight by me, but I could have easily moved. Yes, I could have easily moved my BSB closer to the right edge of the table. Alright, Magic, you had a 3 on the flux. Go ahead and don't really show what I got done in Magic. This looks like dice, maybe a Pyro Flow. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds onto his fucking Rangers. Yeah, it looks like that. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 wounds onto the Rangers. Go ahead and shoot him with the freaking bow shots. Do a couple more wounds. But it may be enough to entice him not to charge me. I don't really remember. Over here, though, holy fuck. If I could make a goddamn regen save, that would be wonderful, okay? He's hitting me on, I want to say 4s because I am distracting. I am River Trolls. He has no magical buffs on this unit, okay? And he somehow does 8 wounds, okay? So he has a charge and 8 wounds for 9. He challenges with a champ, of course. In the champ, I have Shady Shanking. I'm hitting him on twos, wounding him on twos with rerolls to wound on combat, and I want to say I only did 2 wounds. I am dead serious. Okay, so he has 8 wounds in charge. I don't even know if the Dryads get banners. Do Dryads get banners? No. Okay. Um, I've done 2 wounds there, and it looks like my trolls did about 1 wound. I'm down by 6 or 5, roughly around there. Roughly around there. Okay, 5 or 6. That's fucking horrible, man. Now I need a leadership 3 to stay. I don't fucking make it. Okay, not even a reroll, and this is game right here. You could see it. You could just see it. He's gonna turn 4 Sylvan Elves. He turns and he charges a little bit to move my general out of the way, and then charges into the flank of my goblins. I hold because if I fled, I just flee off the table. I'm holding here, just hoping that maybe I could flee far enough where my wizard and my BSB are fine. Okay. Over here, he charges into the goblins. Goblins stand and shoot. He fails the charge. So he did not charge my savages. That's fine. Over here, I try to retreat with Koopa because Koopa was getting fucked up. I did not expect Koopa to get that fucked up in 1 round of shooting. He charges the rear of my goblins with his general, and he's holding the objective. I think there's not much left he could do. He gets forced embrace here. He kills Koopa here, shoots into my goblins, do a couple wounds, causes a panic check on 1, and then his general. Whoops, I went too far. His general will overrun into the other unit, and all I have left is savages. It's a big win for Eirik. A 20-0. I think I just gave up. I'm like, there's no point, dude. You could literally just run circles around my savages all day. My general, I think, fled off the table. And so there was just no point at that point to even bother. And he has the objective. It's a big 20-0. Ugh, this is fucking brutal. Now, for the record, I really liked Eirik. He was a cool guy. He was Canadian. Canadians always seem to be really cool guys. At least all the ones I've met so far. Let's hear from what he had to say. I don't really remember what he said, but we'll put it up anyways. And I'll be back in a minute.
All right, we just finished round 1. We finished way earlier. We have like an hour left on the shot clock there. But Eric, you wanted to talk about the game? How do you think it went?
I thought I definitely rolled better than you. I thought kind of diced you, but I mean it was a pretty well played game. I think he had a stupidity test that you failed, which was really bad. And then
see, I don't care about the stupidity as much. You know, he keeps saying that, and I'm like, it's part of the game. You know, it does suck. I blame it on. I don't really blame it on one combat. I mean, there was a couple things that he shot the shit out of my monster. But, just that I feel like the one combat that, like, if the Pyro was still alive for turn 4, 5, and 6, I have a chance. I have a chance of doing more. You know what I mean?
Also, my shooting really showed up. My poison shooting. Yeah. I kept rolling 6s and 6s in your monsters, and they just couldn't do anything with
this
like 1
is how
or 2
Canadian he is. He keeps apologizing to me and telling me that his dice were just rolling really hot. You know what? Good job, man. I bless your dice for the rest of the tournament. I hope you literally keep shooting the shit out of people.
Thanks, man. No, that was fun. That was a good game.
That was a good game, man.
Happy to finally play.
And that's the thing too. Is I was gonna say, I'm really happy to play a new opponent for me. You know what I mean? I never played this guy before, and only at Masters. Mexicans versus Canadians.
Oh, technically Polish.
Are you Polish?
Yeah, I'm
all right.
Polish. So.
I can see it in the eyes now. I think he also looks like Xander from Starship Troopers. I just gotta say that. All right, man. Thanks for the game.
Thanks, brother.
All right. So after this game, we went for lunch. We ended up going to a whatchamacallit. I think we went to like Chipotle or something like that. There was something we found in Detroit that we just ate at. But while we were there, we saw there was a hobby shop next door. We stopped by the hobby shop and put that up really quick. I'll put that up at the end. But for the record, I keep telling Eirik he reminds me of this guy from Starship Troopers, Xander. I don't know if it's the blue eyes. I don't know what it is, but he just reminds me of Xander. Besides that, Eirik currently he's trying to go to ETC. I don't know 100% if he's coming with us, or if he's going to Canada, or if he's not going at all. I don't know. But I would like to know soon, Eirik. For the record, for those of you who don't know, ETC is ridiculously expensive this year. Ridiculously. They are charging, I want to say it was like 240 euros. I could be misquoting here, but I think it was like 240 euros per ticket. For ETC, not including another 100 euros for ESC, not including if you want to bring somebody. If you don't want to bring somebody, it's another 35 euros per day to fucking get there to get unlimited drinks and food. Motherfucker, I'll bring my own drinks, man. You know how much a bottle of water is? A bottle of water is like $1, man. You're gonna tell me fucking $35 for fucking unlimited? You think I'm gonna drink 35 waters? Or Diet Cokes? Or Fantas? Come on, man. Seriously, that's retarded. That's my rant there, though. As for round 2, I am actually playing. I think, who did I play round 2? Shyhammer. Round 2. I played Mike Smith. My Raid Shadow Legends buddy. Alright, so I played Mike Smith round 2. I ended up getting against his Warriors of the Dark Gods. Like I said, you know, me and Eric had a little talk afterwards, and he's like, I thought your pyromancy would do much more to me. He's like, I watch all these videos of your pyromancy just blowing up everything, okay? Now, there is games, for the record, I do have my points up, usually, to show you what damage has been done. In this game specifically, the Green Guard shooting as Rangers did about 239 damage, points of damage, okay? And they were the top dogs. This game I didn't do shit. I killed one shaman. I don't even remember how I killed a shaman. I'm going to assume it was from pyromancy. So if we assume that it was from pyromancy, let me add those points of your dead shaman here, Eric. Your dead shaman eagle was 250 points. So yes, Baxter would have been the high points here with a total of 360 points of damage from pyromancy. So even though he didn't win me the game here, Baxter, I got my ass kicked by fucking shooting. I just got outshot and I bled to death. I literally bled to death. Koopa, Ruckus, and Crom just couldn't stand the poison shooting, and it was just an onslaught. It was an onslaught, and then I couldn't really go into combat with what I had remaining. Overall, yeah, that was about it. I mean, literally, Dread got 28 points for killing a champ. Trolls got 201 points, and the BGKs, they shot somebody, I think. The fucking Wolves got more points than Dread did. Oh my lord. And they're chaff. Alright guys, that's all I got today, man. I'm going to post this video of me afterwards, and I will be posting the next game hopefully soon. Hopefully I'm in the itch right now to make videos. I've been doing D&D. I've been doing Divinity Original Sin with one of my old friends from Final Fantasy 11, and you know, just kind of keeping myself busy. I need to paint. Because I have I still have more John models that I have to paint, which are these undead ones. I still have more Joseph Abel models that I have to paint that are his D&D ones, and then I got this new chariot here that I would just like to build. This is a nice chariot. Why shouldn't I build it, right? Anyways, guys, that's all I got. And until next time, take care and peace.
So Amanda and I went to Boston Market. We kind of went on our own here. We found this place, Eternal Games, and we're gonna check it out real quick. It has what, babe? Oh, Age of Sigmar. Anyways, I'm gonna kill the video here, but just give you a quick view of the gaming store. We're gonna check this out though.